Hello friends, welcome to Behind the Designs, where I create a beautiful life through creative planning. My name is Stephanie, and today I'm going to be giving my classic Happy Planner just a small refresh for the upcoming season, and then also doing my Q4 goals as well as my October goals. So, got a lot going on, and that's all I'm going to do today. All right, so as you know, I already refreshed my mini, and I'm going to do my classic today. I'm going to show a fun little thing that occurred that I totally did not plan, but hey, it's going to work out. So I'm going to dive in because I have a lot to do. These are all the things I'm going to be putting in, and I'm going to get there, but first I am going to change out my cover. So I have this fun navy faux leather cover, which I've been loving. And I do have all my tabs still in play. They're all working great, so I am not going to mess with that. But I am going to go ahead and get this set up. I did purchase in one of my hauls the deluxe snap cover in camel or caramel. I think it was caramel. Does it say on here? It doesn't. I think it was caramel though, just because I didn't look it up. So I'm going to take it out of the package. And so we could get some of that glare out of here. And look at how gorgeous this color is. It is so pretty. Look at it. I love these covers. When they first came out, I didn't think I was going to, but now I really do. I like them better than the plastic ones that have the strip on the side. I don't know why, but I do. Okay, so I am going to be adding to this cover these black powder glitter discs. They're medium, they're metal, and I'm going to show you them close up shortly. What I wanted to show you was this was my original plan. So if you remember, I said I was struggling with what I was going to do for fall, and I had a plan and then I changed it to the navy. Well, this was my original plan, which was the camel, I hope it's caramel, cover with the powdered chai discs. So that was my original plan, and then this just kind of looked better for me. But this time I am going to move to these discs, so I'm going to kind of do not necessarily a Halloween theme of sorts, but something similar to that. So I went ahead and I popped the package open beforehand. So we need what? 9, 1, 2, oops, 8, 9, right? Because there's one in the front. Yes, that'd be 11. Okay, so look at these things close up. Let me get a few in my hand here. Look at that glitter. Oh my gosh, so pretty. Okay, those are what's going to go on here. And so I was going to do 2 and then I decided against it. I'm still, obviously catching up on a few videos because my whole, camera debacle. I'm going to change this one out. It has a little blemish. Just because I don't want it catching on the cover. Let me see how this one in the front looked. How's this one look? Good? We're good. Okay. So I'm just kind of catching up, and I, of course, will have to, forego a few videos, but I'm hoping I figured it out. Ooh! I'm going to knock that one right off. And so it has been a challenge. So I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting there. I think I figured it all out. Sometimes, as I'm figuring it out, other things come up and then I have to address those things. So again, lots of issues. I'm hoping to avoid those going into the fourth quarter. So I'm crossing my fingers that I got this to work. So as you can see, getting on the discs can be a challenge, but if you rock the discs back and forward into the slot, it tends to work out a little easier. It just depends on how well it, gets in. I'm always afraid because I don't want to ruin the cover. So if we just tuck this one in, okay, makes me nervous. Anytime I do any kind of cover, it always makes me nervous because I don't want to ruin it. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? So it is technically a brown, but it almost looks orange. Now, I'm going to show you my little thing that I just noticed, and I did not plan for this, but you know what? That's the way it came out. So I'm going to embrace it. As you know, I refreshed my mini, and here she is. Chunky, chunky, chunky. Now, look at this. This is not a perfect match, but look at how well these two go together. And I did use black discs for both. So that was super fun to have done that and not even realized I did it. So, yeah, that was fun. All right, let me dive in. I'm going to be pulling over the things from here and putting them into here. And then I'm going to get going on the goals. So I'm not carrying over any of that. Let me get this in here. It looks like, so I do have a paper clip here, and it looks like it may have scratched my cover, maybe. Okay, so before I go further, as you know, when I did this, all of the tabs have a Halloween or fall paper in it. But when I went to go transition for October and give it a little refresh, it didn't quite work out so well, meaning I didn't have, strangely, any traditional Halloween paper except for a few miscellaneous sheets here and there. So I had no choice but to, just do the front cover. So it'll be under this tab here. I have a Halloween paper for that. But for the rest of the tabs, I don't. So I will be pulling over those fall papers just because I don't have any other decorative paper in the Halloween theme. I may pick some up, but for now, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so to do that, I'll come back to it as well, but this was the Halloween paper. I already cut it down. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in there. And we're going to start giving this a brand new look. All right, so as I said, I am going to, where am I here? I think for this one, so this is the Creative Journal, which I have already previously decorated. So normally, when I do these videos, I would be doing just the refresh and then just the goals. But I'm kind of combining them because, again, I'm trying to catch up a bit and get started on it. So if you recall, I had used the cover, my free printable cover, for the Creative Journal. Let's see, where is it? I got it in my stash over here. So I'm going to take all of this out. Oh, this one has to come out. Let's take this out. I need to make a switcheroo over here. Just because, as a rule, I do not put my, my finished memory keeping pages out there in the wide net, just for personal reasons. So I will show you let me get this in here and then I'll show you. Oh, for pages. Struggling a bit here. So this is, again, this is a free printable available on the blog. You just sign up for the newsletter. And I'm using it because I didn't want to use the name page. I don't know, it just wasn't very fall feeling, I guess. So this was the decorated page for the October Creative Journal. And as you can see, I have not filled in anything yet, hence why I need to get this set up. So that was the Creative Journal. All right, and then we're going to move into extra pages. And let's see how well I can get this all on. I mean, the paper is kind of Halloweenish. It's got orange and dark colors and so forth. So, yeah, you know, but I don't know that it's totally Halloween. There's pumpkins, you know, there's Halloween's on pumpkin, you know, Halloween pumpkins. So trying to do this in this space is not working out. So this is my holiday section, which will start to be filled in, and more to come on that. Let's see, we have goals. I don't know if I can take all of these at once. Let's see if I can take these. Okay. So with regard to the goals, I have been setting them up on this Planner Babe paperwork, and it was a notepad, and you just fill it in. You know, you can kind of make it whatever you'd like. So I had done this in advance. It wasn't on camera, and I went ahead, excuse me, I went ahead, filled this all in the way I need it done, and this is what we're going to do today. After I get through this, let's see, what else? This is the calendar. Oh, right, and then, okay, the whole page, let's see, let's try, because I do have my October, not July. I'm a bit behind here, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. The nice thing about doing what I'm doing is I really get, you know, not changing planners multiple times throughout the year, which I did really early on. It is not helpful. So doing what I'm doing has been working out, and so I am happy about that. So this is my goals sheet. Let me think. How am I doing this? I think I have to, yes, this I think has to go in first. If I can get this to turn over. All right. So I am going to leave this out. This is going to go into my month tab. But I don't want to pull that out, or I don't want to put it in, then have to go and pull it out. All right, so July, August, and September can just stay in here. Here's the funny thing. It's sort of funny. I haven't really been using my weeks too much, so this is a dashboard layout. I did pull the weeks over, but you know, I didn't even pull the weeks, because you know what? I haven't been doing them, and I don't know if that's because I've been working in my mini, but if it doesn't work, I'm not going to bring it over. So if I just keep that, because I do have other plans for things. So let's bring this here. I'm going to put some of these daily sheets in for sure. So this is the perfect time when you do a monthly refresh. It really is the perfect time to, you know, decide what are you keeping, what are you not keeping, you know, and do you really need it? So let's see. This one here is going to be behind the designs. yeah, I mean, these colors even really kind of go with it. So I like the idea of just having done the front with the Halloween paper. I'm good with that. Oh, this had to go in there. But let's see what's in here. Okay, this is where I need to pull it off camera for just a bit. I have papers flying out everywhere. Okay, so I just have content that I haven't done yet or that I'm considering, so I didn't want to bring that into film or bring that into the camera. So let's see, this is scripts. And I also have, I don't recall if I showed you this or not, and I will show you when I'm done, my new tabs at the top. Let's see, these are, ooh, I don't want to rip these. I'm really hoping not to. Okay. I think I took out too many at once, which probably wasn't the greatest idea. Yeah, you can see the paper shreds from that. And then let's see, last is this in my folder. Okay. Let me see if I can slide that over now. Okay, let me talk a bit about these tabs. All right, so we're going to briefly say bye-bye to my November setup or September setup. I think I'm going to bring this back in November, I think. Don't hold me to that, but maybe. All right, so let me get this out of the way. All right, so now this is my October setup. I do have this, now again, when I open it up, I do have my Halloween paper, which I do have a fun little Halloween, it says Happy Halloween, and I am going to use some washi tape, I hope, to be able to put it on so that I can easily remove it when it's finished. So again, some fun little Halloween washi tape. And I am going to just put it on the cover, just like I did the last one where I had that little leaf on there. And I'm just going to put it in here, kind of just about maybe here. I think that's good. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So see, perfect. It's all set up and ready to go. I think the only thing I would want to get in here, which I will be looking at, is a pen holder. So that's something I'll be doing hopefully soon. So I have kept everything the same. Nothing's changed. The only thing that is slightly different is now, I don't know if you can see them. I do have 3 tabs at the top. They are tabs from, let me see if I can turn this. I can't turn that one. Okay, so the first tab, they come in a package of 3. They come from Jane's Agenda. They're a nice, like a soft beige color. And there are 3 top tabs. The first one is my forward content plans. And let's see if I can flip this one. Yes. Okay, so the first tab I've set up is forward content plans. So that's kind of where I am, listing out, my plans for, the next 3 months, so the next quarter. So October will be filled into the October calendar, and I'll still continue to work on November and December. At some point, depending on how thick it gets, I may or may not bring in the November, December calendars. We'll see. But my calendars are kind of in influx because I am trying to make sure that the time that I'm spending planning is the most productive. So they're kind of in the influx. So my next tab is my BTD printables, and these are printables that are available on the shop or the blog. In this case, so this was a revised printable, It is a shopping list. It's super cute. I totally wanted to have one in my planner because, you know, holidays are coming up and I'm going to need to get some shopping done. You know, I have my bookshelf reading tracker that's available. And then, of course, I've got some extra monthly goals, which was revamped. And this one here, when I printed it, it didn't come with the backside. This is the printable. So it is this with the monthly tasks behind it now. So you can either print them as separate papers or just print it on the back. And then I have my revised set goals for this month, which is another way to set goals if this works better than a blank grid box. And then the habit tracker. So I have all these in here, and my printables will remain in here as I work through them. This last tab is something I just started. I'm kind of catching up on it. Right now it's this tab. I'm going to see as I start working in it what if I'm going to need to do a separate planner. So this is the Master Plan 365 class from Jane's Agenda that I have recently started doing. So this is for my note taking, which it doesn't have anything in it just yet. And then of course I've got my which, hey, if you've been a Happy Planner for a while, check out these papers. Look at them. These are like OG filler papers. I mean, they are like the original ones they came out with. So that goes to show how much paper we have, right? And then of course I have my folder. All right. So the last thing I have, and I don't have the paper yet for it, is this classic size tab. It says notes and things, and it's meant to be at the bottom of the planner. So this also came from Jane's Agenda. It came with one of the orders. I've had so many boxes coming in from Jane's Agenda that I couldn't tell you. I don't think it was the anniversary sale, but trust me, it's been a lot of boxes. So this is one of the things I ordered because when I'm in my planner, I feel like it's going to help. And I'm not going to put it in yet because I need to find paper for it. But let me just show you. Where can I turn to? Let's turn to here. So regardless of where I put it in, if I put it in here, you can see how it is at the bottom. So now it's a tab that I can easily see and just pull out. So this is going to be going in there once I find and decide on my final paper for it. Okay, let's move on to goals because this has already been going up in time. And I had been with my mini taking a lot of time. So I know we're all busy. I try and be aware of that. So we're going to just get started. So here was my monthly goal sheet, which I already decorated from my October plan with me. And then here's my task. I used Live, Love, Posh stickers. And to do this, I need my goals. Let's see, we're going to go to, I'm going to pull out my Q4. Okay. And then off to the side here, I'm going to leave it open to one of my old ones because I need to have some frame of reference. Okay, so many things in my room. All right, so first what I'm going to do is set these up. And I'm going to bring over, I think I want to make this darker. So this is my number 3. I want to make this darker. Okay, just a little bit. It kind of just wasn't sticking out very well. So let's see, do I have, no, I'm not going to dot it. All right, so typically I have 4 areas, but really the 4th area is just kind of other or miscellaneous. I don't know how to talk about that. It is whatever I need it to be, but the other 3 are usually pretty standard. So I am going to, let me think. I don't know how dark I want my writing to be. So let's see. So I have the 3 areas. I have work, self-care, and other. Here's what I've decided to do going into October through December. I've decided to change my fitness category to self-care. There's a thing about, I guess you can say, the word fitness. There's just something just doesn't resonate for me. So I've decided to change it to self-care because really when you're practicing fitness or anything to do with your health, it really is self-care in my view. So I've gone ahead and changed that out, and that will encompass all the things. It will encompass all of the self-care, all of the fitness, or anything of that nature that I have designated within this category. And then other. So I think when I get over to my month, it may be the fourth box may or may not be filled out now. We'll have to see. So let's get started. With work, the one thing, well, I don't want to say the one thing because it's kind of two things. So let me grab a marker. I want to dot this. And this might work. Let me check this color. Oh yeah, that'll work perfectly. All right, so I'm going to use that one, and then I like to try and find markers that are going to work with the colors I have in the area. So for example, this is some new, well, they're not new, but they're new to me. Friction erasable highlighters. So I'm going to use it to give myself a few bullet points. And since there's 3 months, I'm going to give myself 3 bullet points. So I'm going to go ahead and just do 1, 2, and 3. And then since this color is the same, I'm going to do it over here, hopefully within the same general area. All right, and then I need a darker one. Okay, so I just grabbed another color. This isn't technically a highlighter, but I'll try to be light-handed with it. It is the Tombow 346, and I want to just give myself 3 bullets. All that work for 3 little bullets, right? But that's what we like to do. We like to have our planners be all cute and matchy-matchy and decorative. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm going to use this one. Whew, I am thinking very hard about what I want to do. This is the 4th quarter. This is, get it done. And I'm trying to think of all the things that I want to get done and what can I really get done. There was a very big goal that I had, which was to get a certain number of blog posts on the blog before the end of the year. With other content that I've been doing, that's probably not going to work. So it's a goal I'm probably going to have to just accept what it is and be good with it, but I'll still try for it. So let's see. I have for work, so let's see, one of the things I want to do, one of my goals is to fix my old posts SEO. And so that's going to be on my list for this final quarter. I think I'm nearing the end, so I'm happy about that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and probably put this on fast forward, and I'm going to fill this quarter 4 sheet in. So, you can see as I go on, my handwriting gets really horrible. And then I realized I spelled sugar wrong up here. I'll wait that out, fix that later. But in this last category here, I didn't write this out just yet because I need to look back and find out what were my long-term projects. So one of my things that I'm going to set out is to complete 3 long-term open projects. So these, whenever I have projects, I keep them on a project list. So I can tell how long they've been on there. So I'm going to go back to that list, take a look, see what they were, which ones are on there, and which ones do I think I can complete during this time frame. So that's why I didn't do that down there. So that is something I will do later on. All right, so now let me put this over here now, and let's go to this one. All right, so for this, I am going to do, I think, let me do this pen. So this is the Micron pen. I want to do, I wish this wasn't so dark. I did use it. It was kind of dark, but it is what it is. Okay, so this is going to be 1, 2, 4. Yeah, so I think I've mentioned this before. The other thing we're doing is we're working on our porch project. So, you know, when I put on here goals like lift weights, that's probably, I mean, we're lifting porch boards. So, you know, they're deck boards, and they're heavy. So I'm probably already meeting that and I just don't even know it, but I'm still going to put it on there. Okay, so for this first one, I am going to put maybe over, I need to make sure I have it in, I'm actually going to do something different. I'm going to put it up here. So this first one is going to be work. And then I'm going to put self-care. I'm not a huge fan of this pen, but I've already started writing with it. This is going to be other. And I'm going to leave this one open for now. Yeah, I'm going to change this out. I don't like it. On this paper, maybe it's just my paper. I just don't like the way it feels. So let's see, for work, for the month of October, again, this is October, which I will put up here. Yeah, I'm not liking this gray at all. It's kind of throwing me off my game. So here's what I'm going to do. I believe this was the color I used on this. So I am going to give myself a few bullet points here. Not that I need this many, but I'm going to put them here regardless. Yeah, it's a really dark pen. Okay, so I've got the right pen. I'm going to put this one back. On this paper, I was not liking this. Okay, so Okay, so it wasn't a whole lot that I could write because again, once I got to this other side where I want to do the long-term projects, I couldn't do this other box. And I don't know what I'm going to put here. So I think that's probably going to be it for today. Just because, again, some information I don't readily have. So let's go ahead and pop this into here. And for my calendar, right, okay, I do have this here. So I purposely punched this paper. So again, with the printable, you could punch it on either side. It's completely up to you. The other thing I could do, if I wanted, was I could put this. You've heard me talk about before. I'm sorry, I'm not in frame. You've heard me talk before about how, sometimes I don't always use this currently page because, the tab is here and I don't know, my brain just says, here's the tab, everything after is for the month. So I don't always check this. It would be nice if this was just plain note paper, but it's in here, so I've tried to use it. So the other thing I can do is, and as you can tell, I haven't started my October yet. Since I'm not using the weeks, it's equally possible I can put this here. I can use this section here from my month sort of as like a dashboard, and then I can just have my goals visible every time I turn. So here's, where I'm typically planning my content. Here's my dashboard. This works for me, at least in concept. We'll see how well it does in function. And then I've got my monthly tasks here that I can just go through and write out for the month. So this might be separate from this. The tasks may be related to goals. It may be, separate other categories that are outside of goals. So there's a multitude of opportunity to use this any way you want. But I'm thinking right now that's how I'm probably going to set it up. That makes sense to me. All right, so we've refreshed my classic. We've given it sort of a Halloween-y type of feel right here. And sometimes I stuff my pockets, sometimes I don't. But I've got my Halloween here. I'm ready to go. My calendars are set up. I at least have October in here going. And we've set up my Q4 goals, and I've written out what my monthly goals are going to be for the month of October minus my other category, which is, the long-term projects thing. And so I'm on a good path here. I'm liking that I'm ahead. Or I feel ahead in a sense that I'm further along than I thought I would be. Again, I try not to mash different topics together in my videos, but I'm hoping this makes sense and that it kind of inspires you to get going on your goals and to, get your quarter set up, get your month set up, and then you'll be on target to meet those goals for closing out 2024. Can you believe it? 2024 is coming to an end. So, enough talking, enough writing, enough all of that. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button. As well, anything I can have linked in the description box below for supplies, I will do that. My standards are always there. And I hope you have a wonderful day as you create a beautiful life, one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.